So when I speak to anyone around AI or around machine learning using models for their customers or for internal use cases in the enterprise, um, people very quickly go to a point of saying, okay, let's use an open source model and then let's do some fine tuning. People always want to augment the functionality. As we discussed on a previous quick insight share that we had here, using the open source, the standard open source vanilla version can often add a lot of value to your organization. So you don't need to go and fine tune. So where I'm seeing the most amount of fine tuning, though, is around dialects or versions of language. So once again, we'll revert back to the Whisper model. So when using the Whisper model, which is voice to text, you can throw an audio file that extracts all the voice, and then you can have that output and then augment that as you wish, augment it manually or with a LLM or something else. So the most common use case we're seeing, and this is actually sprouting off a whole industry of agencies and products which are Whisper voice to text underneath, and they're just putting fine tuning on top. And there's two types of fine tuning you're seeing, and that is either dialects or less common languages. So Whisper, at its core, is primarily trained on the primary European languages. It actually claims to cover 96 languages around the world. It is extraordinarily strong across many languages. However, you're getting specialists in all of the different languages around the world where they miss the nuance, because as soon as you miss some of the nuance, it starts to fail as a service. So you're finding people who are doing fine tuning. For instance, we've got a customer that we're speaking to who wants to do fine tuning on a specific dialect of Arabic. And this is some activity they're doing. They're laying it on and they have that service in. So another version we have that's taking place is basically what is the language of an industry. So I work in tech, and there's a specific language of the industry. Even in just ML, AI world, there's a specific language set. But I'll give you an example of a person I was speaking to recently. I live in Spain. There was someone who came to a session. We were learning around the impact of AI on their work. And that was, they work in the Nordic or maritime sector, and this person goes around the world assessing boats. So certain categories of boats have to have certain assessments on a regular basis. There's a whole industry around these assessments. This person worked on luxury yachts, so large-scale luxury yachts that are often up for rent. And these are a couple of yachts that are hundreds of thousands per week, or if not more.